So many things in 2021. American Idol is back. Hi, I'm Scoot. And, American Idol has been just such a fun thing over the years, and it's great to have it back. And they're back on the big stage in Los Angeles. Last year, American Idol survived the pandemic by finding creative ways to have performers perform remotely. And they did a great job. It was fun, but now they're back on the big stage in Los Angeles. American Idol selected 10 of the top 20 contestants from last season to perform this season. And one of them is Faith Becnel from Destrehan, living in New Orleans now. And Faith joins me on our Zoom call. Faith,
hello, everybody. Yes, I'm so excited for tonight. It feels like I've been waiting a lifetime for this night, a comeback episode to really show what I came to do. A year of growth has changed a lot of things in me and in me as an artist. So I'm here and I'm ready, and I couldn't be more excited.
Well, let's talk about that for a minute. Okay. This experience of going to LA and being part of this, and even when you were trying out in different locations, just being part of the American Idol experience has got to have changed you significantly as a person and a performer.
Definitely. First off, it's not every day you get to watch how you act and how you behave. And it was on TV. So everything I did was recorded in the way, just my behavior. And so I really got to see that, and I got to reflect on what I want to portray. So some things I worked on was like my vulnerability. I can never say the word as a person, being able to just open up to a TV, a camera, and then also just with people in general. And that's something I immediately noticed after watching myself on TV. And that's a deep concept, because to be able to overcome that, you really have to go through a healing process and learn about what's going on with yourself. So that's been a journey, but also, watching myself vocally, the judges in America critiqued a lot about me. So I got to really just take all of that in, when I got off the show without the pressure of a show, and just soak it in and reflect on what I needed to learn. So I've just been working in the studio and hearing my voice for its raw form, and not with a live band and all the excitement going on. So that's been its own journey as well. It's been great.
So now when you rehearse or you practice for this, you're thinking about those visuals that you have of yourself being on stage.
Definitely. I'm actually really grateful to have been on TV during everything I was going through. I told you it's really rare to be able to see yourself and see where you are in life. So being on that show really changed me. And I think it really, even all us 10 performers, it took everything we were going through to a whole different level.
So let's talk about the contestants. Last year, I remember talking to you, and you were telling me about the camaraderie that exists. I mean, look, the competition is intense, but all of you are kind of together as a group. So tell me what that feels like, being around people that you want to beat, but yet there's still this sense of community.
Yeah, it's really strange. It's a crazy experience, because it's not every day in your life that you meet people that are at the level that you are as an artist. And going to meet these guys, it's like a family, because we bond on so many deep levels as artists, and we learn from each other in every situation. So that's really crazy. And then to know that you have to compete with everybody is a different level. I think also it's more so a loving family, that we all support each other. We see unique qualities in each other. So it's less competitive, but at the end of the day, you're there to make your step in your walk as an artist. But I think it's fun to be there with your friends and just live in the moment,
Yeah. Well, and some of these people become your friends.
Oh, definitely. A lot of them become your friends, and you end up talking to them more than the people that you're around, because you just relate to them on such a level. And with FaceTime and internet and all that, you just talk to them all the time. So it's a big family.
Faith, what has been the biggest challenge to going from like the little places where I would see you at a gig? And I mean, the first time I saw you, you were like 13 years old. And I remember going on my radio show here in New Orleans that Monday after I saw you one weekend, and I said, remember this name, Faith Becnel.
Yes.
And for the last 8 years, you and I have talked on and off, and I continue to follow you. And right now, you're on the threshold of being a star and reaching this whole new level. And it's just been awesome for me to see how you have developed, and you have. But talk a little bit about the adjustment to going on the big stage and the relationship between being nervous and the adrenaline rush.
I gotcha. So we'll talk about the nervous part and the adrenaline rush. So my thing when I am nervous, I pretty much deny it. I will deny it forever and tell you I'm not nervous. But the real way to tell if I'm nervous is I will go silent. Like I cannot talk. Nobody can talk to me. I have to be in my own world, and that's when you know I'm nervous. And then with the my parents like just know, they're like, stay away from her. She needs 6 feet already. Oh my gosh. Adrenaline is a whole different world. I mean, from there is sort of adrenaline when you play in Louisiana and stuff, or on a big stage out here, but that stage is so different, and there's famous people right in front of your face. There's millions or thousands of people behind the camera. That's unreal, and the adrenaline just pushes you through. It's almost like you black out and you don't know what just happened, but you did it. And I think that's the way people get eliminated throughout the process, because it's either when you black out you succeed, or you black out and it fails. So it's kind of, it weans itself out, and you know who's truly made for this process.
Well, Faith, I want to tell you that in all of the people that I've met and interviewed in backstage situations right before going on stage, the best ones were the ones that needed that total moment of silence. They needed to
Nice.
just totally be alone. I think that is a great quality that you have.
Awesome.
Yeah,
That's
and
great to
again,
hear.
I see it in so many people, and that's a great quality to have. It's a good sign.
Cool, good to know, because with American Idol, when I was in Hollywood Week, we're like, there's like 6 of us in a line backstage, and half of them would just be freaking out, and I need to be in my own bubble, and so I would just like have my ears and eyes closed, and I'm just like, am I normal? Because I am silent, so that's good to know.
You are normal. And again,
Yeah.
the top people that I've seen in those situations, they crave that. They need that before they start. So, that is if that's your instinct, then
All
you're
right.
definitely doing. If that's your instinct, then you're definitely doing the right thing.
Perfect. Thank you. That's
Do
good
you
to
get
know.
to select your songs?
Yeah, we submit about 3 songs per round, and they help us wean out and see which. We work with vocal coaches, and they really help us see what fits our voice, and they're really good about that. So basically, when they lean me towards a choice, I trust them and listen to them. So yeah, that's the process.
Do you feel a surge of energy from being around that kind of professional band in that situation?
Yes. Oh my goodness. That band is just, they have your back. They're easy. I really do think, though, my experience with bands in Louisiana has definitely, you can tell that when I walk on the stage with those professional guys, we communicate like it's our same level. And I'll never forget the first time I played with them. I sang Ain't Nobody in Hawaii. And
Yeah.
when I sang, they're like, "Whoa, turn her monitor down. She's so loud." And I was like, "Yeah, I sing loud. I like my," because with a live band, you got to have that stuff blaring, and that's how it was. So we're all communicate on that same level, and it's really interesting to see how I fit into all of that.
How are you fighting the temptation to not get caught up in all of the um, pampering and the star treatment, the celebrity status that you must feel being part of American Idol? Because I mean, this is a network production, and for somebody like you, this is a huge step. How are you fighting the temptation of not getting caught up in that to the point where it's distracting?
Yeah, I know. The first thing that my brain goes to is God. I've really, after American Idol last season, I saw a lot of things, and I've seen how you can get lost in it. And it's easy to, because you just become so self absorbed with, because you are the product. So you have to make that product good. But there's a line between being humble in that and being a light in it, or becoming all about yourself and more on the vain side of it. So I saw that, and I immediately wanted to figure out a way to always stay rooted and combat that. So I just got absorbed in church and God, and that's just what's worked for me. And but also the main thing is you have to be humble. And I truly think for myself is I could never be really truly humble without God. So that's just been my journey, and it's changed me a lot.
Well, I know that about you, and just talk briefly about the relationship your name has with that
Yeah.
part of you.
Yeah, so actually, my birth was a huge difficulty, and the doctors ended up saying they couldn't find a heartbeat at the last minute, and I wasn't going to survive. And I believe in this thing, God promotes the power of the tongue. So that means whatever you say, it comes to existence. So that's why it's important to watch what you say. So my mom would just spend time, and my dad would just rebuke the things the doctor was saying, I don't have a heartbeat. I won't survive. It might be mad for my mom. I'm dead. All this crazy stuff. She just rebuked it. And then one day a dream came over my parents, and God told them to name me Faith and keep having that faith and keep rebuking that stuff. And here I am. I'm born, and it's great.
It's a great story. Do you think about when you're on stage performing? Do you envision a mentor or a role model that you have, another artist that has made it, that's a success, and do you envision them while you're performing?
Yeah, you know what? Being a cover artist, I really think each song is different, but I do know always in my brain, which is really interesting considering I don't sing gospel and worship music often. But really, the only main thing that's always in my head is Jesus, and that's what I sing to. And that's why I
Really?
think, yeah, like I visualize it. If I close my eyes, it's because I'm thinking and putting my eyes on Him. And I think that's the main key of how you can have a powerful voice and actually touch people, regardless of what's coming out your mouth.
Okay, so that's got to give you a lot of confidence, feeling that you're in
Yeah,
His hands.
definitely. I think that's the key as an artist. And truthfully, even if you don't close your eyes and think about Jesus, I think all artists are given that gift and giving that gift to touch and change people's lives. So the more you give it to God, the more powerful the gift becomes.
Faith, how can people vote for you tonight if they love your performance? If
Yes.
you're going to be on American Idol tonight, it's ABC, and locally here in the New Orleans area and the Gulf South, it's WGNO TV at 7 o'clock Central Time. How can they vote for you?
Yes, so tonight the voting opens at the beginning of the show and it closes April 26th. You can vote 30 times per person. There's 10 times per method. So the three methods are the app, the American Idol app. You download it and make an account and vote 10 times. The website, you log in, you make an account, vote 10 times. And then you can text my contestant number to 21523, and that number is revealed at the top of the show. And they have a week to just promote it with everybody and vote, vote, vote.
It's been so great talking to you. I'm going to see you later. I'll go to the watch party later. Can't wait to see you. I love you, girl. Be great.
Thank you. I love you, and I'll see you later. I'm excited.
I'm
Thank
Scoot
you.
with American Idol contestant Faith Becnel. She's going to be on tonight, 7 o'clock, ABC, WGNO TV here in New Orleans.